All right, so we're back to continue working on the GTI Autobahn. So in this video, we'll be replacing the damaged transmission. So what we've done so far is that we've transferred the computer from the damaged transmission to the new one. So by doing this, we'll not be required to program the car. So VW actually locked their programming system. So for you to get access to do that, you have to pay some sort of subscriptions and whatnot. Yeah, by doing this, we are basically telling the car we're installing the same transmission that went out. So easy peasy. So without further ado, we jump right into it. The hard part of this job, installation of the transmission. Let's do it, guys. So one other thing I forgot to mention is that the transmission we purchased came with an LSD right here, which is amazing. We have two options. So that's the old LSD and that's the one that came with the transmission. However, there is a slight damage here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I mean, it's nothing too shabby, but because of this, I actually prefer the older LSD. It's in a perfect condition with no damage or anything whatsoever. So I'll still double check to make sure this is okay. I'll probably sell it or keep it for parts. And also, this transmission came, I believe, 19,000 miles on it, which is fantastic because our car, the odometer on our car is 24,000 miles. So approximately, this is, new transmission. So yeah, so we're definitely installing something the car would enjoy having for a longer time.
So unfortunately, I lost some video clips showing how the transmission was installed. It wasn't an easy job. My recommendation is to have someone else help you. It's gonna go a long way to avoid all the lift and shifts that took me long hours and hours of trying to get this done. So at the later part of this video, I will show you guys some tips on how to do it if you're working on this by yourself. Keep watching.
All right, a quick update. We have installed the transmission. It wasn't an easy job. Let me show you guys. Okay, so the transmission has been installed, as you can see. Yeah, this wasn't an easy job. You see that transmission jack here was very helpful. So one of the most difficult part of this job, because of course, if you have someone else helping you, maybe a little bit easier. But you see right here, let me see. So this particular transmission part here, yeah, that is very difficult. You have to jack this up and at the same time push it towards the side. That's the passenger side. So when you're jacking it up, you have to push it to get past. Once you get past the frame rail, yeah, the rest of it might be a little bit easier depending on how you harness it inside. But I think for me, that was the most difficult part of this job, being able to jack it up at the same time and push it towards the passenger side. So another thing I did here was once I got to the first, to the top, I put those two bolts first, the two top bolts, but I did not height it. So I kind of have it a little bit loose. Once I did that, then I was able to get it aligned and push it inside towards the passenger side and put the rest of the bolts. All right, so this is the most difficult part of this job that I was concerned about, installing the transmission. Can you do it yourself? Yes, you can. But my 2 cents is that to get additional hand, it's gonna go a long way to make it easier for you. Trust me on that. So once you have someone helping you, you'll be able to jack it up and the person will be pushing the transmission towards the passenger side. That's the most difficult part of this job. Doing it myself, yeah, I mean, it took me a couple of hours, but yes, we did it. We did it. So the next thing we have to do right now is install the LSD. Once we install the LSD, we start putting all the wiring harnesses back. So far, we have every single part we need to complete this job. We have the bumper, we have the front core, the radiator, the condenser, and the radiator support, as you guys can see here. So here is the radiator core. Every single component is here. The condenser, the radiator, the fan, everything. That's the bumper right there. So we have everything ready to go. Once we get the LSD installed, put back all the wiring harnesses, and put the wheels back. You know what? We're actually waiting for the second wheels to be delivered. So, but we can put everything else back and wait for that time. So, and I also have the hood. The hood is right over there. So I'll probably, once I take this down, install the new hood, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we've made so much progress. So we keep going with the next step. Let's go ahead and install the LSD. Yes, it does. Whew. Finally, it's in. Okay, now let's push this inside the tranny. Okay, oops. Okay, we managed to put it in. Now, time to put the bolt. Okay. Okay guys, so the LSD is in and now it's time for us to put the axles. But before we do that, we had some issues. Just when we thought we've made so much progress, and guess what? This guy right here broke. And let me show you guys. Look at that. And I don't know if you guys recall where this is. Let me show you where it is on the old transmission. So it's right here. This goes in here like that. So thankfully we had the one from the old transmission that's still good. So again, so when you're doing project like this, stuff like this can happen. Yeah. Well, thankfully we had the old parts to fix that. So we're making progress. So we're gonna move forward to installing the axles. And the wiring harness underneath the car, they're all installed, already good to go. So once we're done with the axle and with the lower control arms, yeah, we have both here. And we'll move to the top of the engine. So most of the things on top of the engine is mostly cosmetic stuff. And we have all the parts here. So we're gonna move forward. Let's keep going. So now we are going to transfer the oil cooler from the old transmission to the new one. Of course, that was not included on the transmission we purchased. So we'll be reusing the old one. I mean, it's still okay. Nothing happened to it whatsoever. So yeah, once we're done with that, I think the next thing we have to do is start organizing the front wiring harness here. So I believe the battery compartment goes in first, then the air box, and we're getting closer little by little. It's coming together. All right, let's transfer the oil cooler, beg your pardon. Before we do that, let's try to clean the debris. Clean it a little bit. Okay. There we go. Just like that. So we have the starter here. It has this bolt. Take 16. Okay, and that's it right here. A bit stressed. So now this is it. This is it. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. And we need to put this one in. I need to find where the okay, we have to put the transmission wiring harness on so it bolts in just like that. Perfect. Okay. So the rest of these are pretty much there. This is the fan. Now we'll put this back. Okay, there you go. Perfect. So I found out that this actually do go on the starter, but first you have to remove the wiring harness. That gives you the room to go in. So yeah, now it's in. Then we'll put the bolt in. Perfect, snug, and now we can put this back in. All right, we have the battery box. Okay, you know what? We probably need to clean it a little bit. It's very dirty. Yeah, why not? Should just clean it a little bit before we put it back in the car. Right, look at that. It looks way better. Yeah, there's so many dust in this car. We might have to clean it as we go. So this looks pretty much new. Okay, so we'll install the battery box now. After that, we'll move to the air box. So let me get the bolts to screw it down. So we got the bolts. Again, one thing I actually did that helped me a lot with this project is that I labeled every single bolt. So in case if I did not leave it back on where I unscrewed it from, I put it in the bag, I have it labeled. That way you don't have to scramble, I beg your pardon, looking for the bolts, because once you take too many bolts out from a car, I don't care if you're a robot or whatnot, yeah, during installation, you will probably struggle to remember where everything came out from. So anyways, moving on, there's 3 bolts. Let's install that. Okay. One in. That's the second one. And that's the third one. Okay. All right, that's done. Okay, that's going nowhere. Or we can install the air box. Okay, that's in. Wipe it down. Everything looking good. Wipe it all down. Perfect. Something else. Oh, there you go. So, need to put this guy back here. Done. And what else? Okay, this guy goes in here. All right, so it's time for us to replace the hood. I have the new hood over there, so we'll take this out and put the new hood on. But before we do that, I initially thought I have the hose for the radiator, but I discovered that there's a slight damage. Let me show you guys. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So over here, it might look like it's okay, but yeah, there's a small tiny hole on the inside that went through on both sides, actually including this side. So yeah, definitely you don't want to risk all the pressure that goes through the radiator for this kind of damage. So we're going to order this part. Yeah, it's a minor setback, but it's definitely good that we found out before, you know, it caused more issue for us. So yeah, so go ahead and order these parts, but in the meantime, I'm gonna move forward to replacing the front hood. Let's do that. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so I'll figure out how we're gonna do this now. Okay. Okay. That is in. Okay. All right. Look at that. Ooh. This lines up perfectly. Of course, there needs to be some just a slight damage here. Not very noticeable. It needs to be some adjustment, but it looks really, really good. Lines up perfectly. Take this out. Whoa. I'm beyond impressed. All right, guys, so I just discovered something else that is damaged on the front end of the car. Let me show you guys. All right, so as I was about to install the intercooler pipe that goes here, so something actually asked me to double check the wiring harnesses to make sure there is no hidden damages whatsoever. And guess what I discovered? Let me see if you guys can see it yet. Okay, so over here, so this is the AC compressor. And right here, let me actually take this off. So I think this is a valve. I forgot what this valve is called. So as you can see here, it's basically broken. So disconnected from the wiring. So there is no way we could have seen this if we put everything back. There's no way we could have discovered that, you know, this was the reason why maybe after putting the refrigerant on and, you know, the AC compressor stopped working. Yeah, that's one of the things that you have to be very mindful of when you're buying accident damage cars, because stuff like this, definitely it's one of the hidden damages. I'm not entirely sure what else that could be damaged here. I mean, I have to really thoroughly check every single component on the front end before we put the front core in. Yeah, so thankfully I was able to find this part. It's not super expensive. I think it probably costs around $100 or so. Yeah, I mean, the price keep going up. In accident cars, you have to be mindful of damages like this While buying an accident car is great, you mostly get the car half the price. But with damages like this, there is high probability that you end up spending more than you initially planned to spend. So there is no way we could have seen this by looking at the pictures, right? So what I would recommend is if you're close by the city where you want to buy the car, let's say you're using broker or whatnot, I'll recommend to go check out the car yourself, take pictures, double verify, triple verify in some cases, because you might end up spending more than the car is worth. And yeah, that wouldn't be a good financial decision. Or there are so many services out there that can go and verify the car for you, where they'll take pictures and give you the score from a 0 to 100 and all that good stuff. So be wise, be wise. This, thankfully, it's not super big deal. I mean, $100, yeah, unfortunately, that's adding up. But yes, please be wise, guys. Let's keep going. All right, guys, so here is the replacement valve. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna open this in a minute. So I'm going to set the camera down and replace the damaged one. Okay, I think I should be able to take this out using the flathead and this right here. So let's see here. So I have this pin that is holding it. There you go. So that's out. Here comes the difficult part, because it's pretty tight in there. Maybe something shorter. Oh, there you go. It's out. So this worked. All right, so I think the first thing we have to do is to compare this with the replacement parts. All right, so here is the replacement parts. Oh yeah, let me see. So they're pretty identical. So you can see, yeah, pretty much the same. Need a microfiber towel. Okay, looking good. On the other hand, I think I probably should add a little bit, some kind of oil here. So let's do that. Just a little tiny bit oil. Just like that. I think that's enough. Okay. Let's push it back in. Okay, here you go. Perfect. That's all the way in now. So they actually also included this retainer clip. So I'm gonna replace this. All right, let's try to put this in just like that. Okay. I think that's how it should be. Okay, just like that. All right, guys, so we have everything we need to change the transmission fluid. So I have this ATF that I purchased from FCP Europe, and that's the part number for that. So we have all 6 here. I'm going to put all that in the container. And we also have this one. This is for the LSD. Since we took that out, we have to replace that, add some oil. That's probably way too much for that. So that LSD takes very little, probably I would say like less than 1 quart or thereabout. So, and this is the pump that we purchased from, that's the Vivo. It's 10 liters pump. It's highly recommended. I saw so many great reviews online about this product. We're gonna test it out and give it our own 2 cents. So this is my first time using it, by the way, so I have to still set it up. And that's the cord, the pipes, and all that good stuff. So then we have these adapters here. So these adapters are ATF adapters. So there's one here for VW. I believe that's 106. Yeah, that's the right one, I believe. We'll test it out and see. So we have everything we need. We're good to go. So we're gonna head straight to the car and add the fluid to the transmission. So once we add the fluid to the transmission, we'll start the car, get it to temperature, and see if it gauges from there. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. We're making lots and lots of progress. So let's head straight to the car now. All right, guys, so we're in the car right now. So there are 2 drain ports that I'll be working with. One is for the mechatronic, and this is the actual drain port. So this one takes 6 millimeter, and this takes, I believe, 16 millimeter. So we don't have that. So I probably need to use this to see if I should be able to improvise and get the bolts out. So because this transmission was already drained when we purchased that, so there is high probability there won't be any ATF in the car, but we have to check and see what happens. So let's take the drain ports out first. Oh, it's already loosed. No, it wasn't too tight. So let's make sure. And we have this here to see how much we can catch. So let's see here. Oh, there you go. So nothing is in it at all, so which is good. That's what we want to see. Actually, you know what? There is an internal, I think I was showing you guys that earlier. So this right here is probably the reason why there is no fluid that came out, but we have to take this out. This is 8 millimeter. Yes, it is. So let me get that so we can take that out. This is usually hand tight. I'm surprised it's very tight. Let me see here. Let's see. Yeah, it's hand tight. So it should be able to come out easily. There you go. It's coming out now. I think we might see some drippage. Oh, there you go. That's our fluid. Not a lot, but yeah. So we will be replacing this with the new one. Uh-oh. And that's the replacement. Okay. I think that's fine. I think we're good to install that back now. Taking any debris back in the car. Again, it's recommended you hand tight it. Don't tight it too much, just to get it to the point where it stops moving. That's enough. Like here, I think that's perfect. Okay. Now let's move this to this side and see if there's any fluid that comes out from the mechatronic side of the transmission. I think there should be some. Let's see. Oh, tiny little bit. Tiny little bit. So let that drain for a minute. So this is the replacement bolt. That's the new one with new washer. So let's put that in. Okay, now so the torque spec of this is 10 newton-meters with 45 degrees. So let's set our torque to 10 newton-meters. 10. Let's keep going. There you go, 10. All right. Let's torque it. That's it. And 45 degrees. So let's see. We use a torque wrench. Go 45 degrees. So let's say this is 90. That's enough. That's the 45 degrees. So now we need the adapter, the ATF adapter. So we were looking at 106. So this is 106. I think that's pretty much the same. Okay. That's logged in. All right, so I have to put this in here on this other side. Then this goes to the transmission. That's in. So we'll have it. I think that's the closed position. No, I think this is probably the closed position. We'll find out in a minute. All right, so it's time to try to use this compressor to pump the fluid in. So let's give it a go. Okay, it's going in now. All right, think we have enough. We can open it up. It's all going in now. It's all going in. All going in. This is fantastic. I think we're good now. All right, guys, so we're about to give this car the fourth start in months. So because we need to warm up the transmission, we had to do this. So let's see here. Okay, ready? Press hand on the brake, push to start. Okay, that's not good. Wonder what happened. Try one more time. Okay, I need to verify what's going on. All right, so let's give it a shot. Oh, you know what? It says we don't have gas. Doggone it. Because if I push this, where's the gas? It says 0 mile. So basically we're out of gas. Okay. Besides that, I want to see if this car goes in transmission. It's actually, gas is 000 mile. All right, so I'm gonna go get gas, put in some gas, and we give it another go. All right, so we're low on gas, got some gas. So I'll put the gas in now, give it another shot, and see the car starts. I'm sure it's gonna start. So obviously we're low on gas. Okay, let's put the gas in now. All right, so we added the gas. It's time to give it another shot. Let me make sure I have the key here. So the key is not here. Let me grab the key quickly. Okay, so I have the key here. Moment of truth. It's time to give it another shot. Okay, foot on the brake. Okay, that's better. We're getting so many light, of course, that's expected. Let's see if the transmission is working. Do we have gear? I think. Okay. Let's see, everything else is lighting up, which is fine. Let's check the transmission, see if the car is. I think we should be fine if we put it on gear. Let's try, because that's the biggest thing now. Ooh, look at that, it's working. We're on drive. We're on drive. Ooh, look at that. It's working. 2, 1. Let's put it on 2. Oh, you know what? We probably shouldn't be doing that. Put it back on park. Yeah, for the most part, it works. It works. Woohoo! Fantastic. Look at that. Let's set the gas again. All right, guys, so I'm very excited on the next phase. So we're ready to install the front core. That's the radiator, the intercooler, the fan, all that good stuff. But before we do that, I have to verify to make sure every single system in the front end is good to go, all the wiring harness and all that good stuff. We did some work underneath the car, verify that all the components are all installed, torqued to spec. And of course, once we install the front core, we're going to vacuum the system, put in the coolant, and warm the car maybe a little bit longer to verify everything is good to go. Very excited on this next phase. So let's jump right to it. Core installation. And I actually forgot to mention, I have the floor jack that will help me with that because this front core is pretty heavy. I'll show you guys. Let's do that. High enough. Oh. Perfect. Okay, so this is actually holding on with no more support. which is fantastic. You know, the beautiful thing about this, guys, is that everything lines up perfectly. So I initially was worried about this, the frame, but looks like it's good to go. So nothing too shabby. Oh man, this looks great. So before I snug everything, I need to put in back the, oh yeah, this right here. Now that we have all the space, that's the fan wiring harness, the intercooler pipe. Perfect. So we are struggling with the cooling fan wiring harness, but I've actually attached it together. Just need to make sure they're tight. Oh, fantastic. That's installed. It goes this way, now this way. There you go. So everything lines up perfectly, like nothing ever happened. And I'm pretty excited about that, because when this accident happened, when I bought this car, I was concerned if there is any structural damage on the front end, but as you guys can see, there is none. Everything is basically getting installed without no issue whatsoever. All right, so the next thing we have to do, guys, is vacuum the system, but it's already getting dark, so we might have to do that tomorrow. But for tonight, I want to make sure that I prepare myself for vacuuming the system, so I need to double check. You know what? Why don't we do it now? I mean, for what it's worth, we need to verify if the system is leaking or not, right? So if it's holding vacuum, I beg your pardon. If it's holding vacuum, that's fantastic for us. Then we know we're good to go on that. But if it's not holding vacuum, then that's the problem. So yeah, let's set up. The sun is still out a little bit. How you doing? So let's set things up here and vacuum the system. See what we're dealing with here. Let's get going. All right, first, we have to clean up. This is very dirty. We don't want any dirt or debris going inside the coolant system. So looking okay for now. We'll do a thorough cleanup later. But now let's get our vacuum pump. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so let me show you guys. This is what we're gonna be using to vacuum the system. So this is OEM 22444 So that's the part number. This is actually fantastic. It makes the work a lot easier for us. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up and show you guys how it's done. Oh yeah, so look at that, that worked. Okay, now the next thing we have to do, let me show you guys. So these are the adapters I was talking about. So once you put it on, on the coolant reservoir, ooh, it's popping out. So you have to tighten it to make sure. I think we might end up holding these down with our hand afterwards. I'll leave it for now. So let's hook up the compressor and try to vacuum. Okay. All right. We have vacuum completely. Come to this side, baby. This side behind me. All right. So we can close this. Close this. Close. Leave it open. Then open this. Then stop. So you can see, we're trying to suck it up. Then we open this again to remove the air that entered the system. Yeah, the air is coming out. The air is coming out. Then we can close it again. This time around, we open this up. Then let's get the air out all the way out. Make sure there's no air. Yeah, that's perfect. So we close this one again. Bring it closer. Am I getting a good view? Okay. Then open it up. Now the coolant is being sucked inside the car. All right, guys, it's already dark. It's a moment of truth. We actually was able to vacuum the car. I lost some footage along the line. We vacuumed the car, put the coolant in. Now it's time to start the car. Fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best. Let's do it. Okay. Now we're in the car. Foot on the brake. Fire in the hole. Okay, we still have some lights on the dash. Of course, that's expected. Steering wheel feels great, of course. It's not on the ground. We have a check engine light, which is fine. I'm gonna run diagnostics on this car in a minute. And I think it's time for us to do what we wanted to do yesterday. So please refuel. Yeah, that's fine. So let's put the car in gear. Okay, we have gear. We're gonna drive. Press the gas a little bit, just a little bit. Oh, it runs pretty good. Parking brake is active. Yeah, that's fine. I'm hearing some grinding noise on one of the wheels. I think it's the one on the passenger side. Let's see if I can see where that noise is coming from. This side is fine. Let's check the other side. Yeah, I think that is bent. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but it's bent. The way it's spinning, yeah, it doesn't look good at all. Yeah, but for the most part, everything is working. We're on gear 1, the first gear. Looking good so far. The coolant. Let's check the coolant level. I need to top coolant a little bit. Well, let's leave it open so the car can burp. You can burp. Okay. I'll leave that for now. No leaks whatsoever, guys. Not even a single leak. This is great. I'm happy. This is looking good. Looking very, very good. Maybe how about we put the headlights? I mean, for what it's worth, we can actually test the lights. Why not, right? Okay. Yeah, I can hear that. It's making a grinding noise. Yeah, it's that yeah. Let's put the car on the park. Brake boost is limited. Okay, put the car, the mode, drive mode, sport. Ooh, everything changes. Oh, nice. The car sounds really good. All right, we have to stop the car. There's still a couple of works to be done, and before we call it complete. Okay guys, so as you can tell, it's another day. So we're going to continue working on the GTI Autobahn. So we made amazing progress so far. We've installed the front core, we ran the car, installed coolant, everything was good. No overheating whatsoever, which is fantastic. And of course, we put the car on drive. As you guys saw, the car was moving, changing gears. I'm very happy about that. So the next thing we're gonna do in this video, I'll install the headlight just to verify everything works. And possibly at the end of this video as well, we'll install the bumper. But before we do that, I also need to run some diagnostics on the car. There are some error messages that's popping up, maybe from a previous teardown that we did. So I'm gonna clear some code, see what comes back up. I believe engine light is also one of those. Yeah, I'll see what that's about. So without further ado, we'll jump right into it. And also, before I forget, I'm thinking of upgrading the wheels on this car to a 2025 model GTI. That's a specific wheel that I really like. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Still being decided. So let's jump right into it and continue working on this car. Now, we'll start with the driver's side headlights. Go, just like that. All right, so the sage is set for the headlights to go in. So show you guys. So there are 3 bolts that pretty much holds the headlights. Have one here, there, and here. Actually, let me see. Here and there. Actually, here, I beg your pardon, this one, because this is the one that have a broken tap that we fixed. So yeah, so that one right here. So 3 bolts, and afterwards there's a bolt on the side, on this side over here. Yeah, this one holds it as well. So there's another one here. Before we put these 2 bolts, we have to verify the bumper fits. So okay, perfectly. So this goes in here. Let's go in here first. There you go. Fantastic. Is that supposed to be like that? It's not supposed to do that. All right. So here we have okay. So we have the line. Really good. And this side as well. Fantastic. Of course, the body shop is going to make some adjustments here and there once we install the bumper. So, but so far so good. Ah, the headlight is making some sound. Oh, it looks like it works. Okay, that's the driver's side, that's the passenger side. So the headlight works. Look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. Let's start the car. Oh, it's pretty hot. Nice. It sounds really, really good. Yeah, the car is idling now. It's great. Let's try to put the bumper on. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to verify that everything is lining up. So let's see. Okay, that's perfect. On this side as well. Look at that.
All right, guys, check this out. The bumper is installed. It looks fantastic, like nothing ever happened. Look at all the corners. It lines up perfectly. I haven't even attached all the screws and bolts, but it looks like nothing ever happened. Once everything is fully installed, the body shop will probably have little or no adjustment to make on this car. Like, it looks really, really good. I'm very happy with the outcome of this car. So once we install the grille, we'll start seeing the GTI Autobahn that we love. This is good. All right, guys, it's time for us to jack the car down and install the wheels. I actually found an amazing deal on Facebook Marketplace for a replacement set, a Golf R wheels. They look great with little or no coverage or damages. And they even come with tires, as you guys can see. Altogether, we paid about $800, and this is the kind of deal that I couldn't pass by. So the owner upgraded his wheels and gave me this amazing price. Now let's go ahead and install the wheels.
Fantastic. And we have to put all this.
All right, guys, check this out. The car looks great. I'm loving this facelift. The body style is one of the better GTIs out there, and I can't believe how far we've come to this point. Looking at the hood, the bumper, the fender, the grille, they all look like they originally came with the car, like nothing ever happened. Guys, this looks amazing. Wow. Anyway, so the next thing we have to do is to get the car to the body shop, get it painted, and we need to change the side mirror and attach the bumper sensors. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. There are things here and there that we need to do to get the car back to stock. But overall, I am loving this GTI Autobahn. And looking back to how we came this far, I'm proud of the work we've done. This looks great.
All right, guys, so this is where we're gonna wrap things up. As you guys can see, the car looks fantastic. I mean, I'm loving this car already. Like, it looks really, really good. I'm telling you, I'm falling in love with this GTI Autobahn. So anyways, in the next episode, we're gonna focus on wrapping things up, taking it to the body shop, bringing it back, of course, putting it back on the road for the most part, putting it in someone else's hand. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, support the channel, what we're doing. We have over 1,000+ subscribers so far. Thank you for all my old subscribers, my new subscribers. I appreciate you. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll take it from there. I'll catch you guys at the next one. Peace.